Happy New Year, I'm SmartVision. Today, I'll take you through an in-depth demo of a cutting-edge technology, a brand new video extension technique. It not only overcomes duration limits to generate unlimited length, high-quality video, it's completely free, uncensored, and extremely friendly to low-VRAM users. With just a few simple parameter settings, you can create cinematic visuals at will. This update is ridiculously powerful. Hello everyone, I'm SmartVision. This channel brings you the latest AI tutorials and various practical AI knowledge. All assets and resources used in the videos will be uploaded to my Patreon. Just create a Patreon account and join for free. I will also prepare some members-only content, more professional and practical tools or knowledge, so please consider supporting the channel. This cutting-edge technology is SVI Pro. What is SVI Pro? It stands for Stable Video Infinity Pro and is mainly used for video extension. Compared with the original version, its core evolution is solving the common problem of videos endlessly looping, truly enabling stable quality long video generation. What makes it powerful? Here are 3 fundamental optimizations. Anchor mechanism redesign. Previously, keyframes could conflict with acceleration LoRa's. SVI Pro reorganized the logic and completely resolved conflicts with accelerators like LiteX2V, making the generation process more stable. 2. Full process latent space handling. This sounds abstract terms like latent space and conditional reflex. To put it simply, old versions would disassemble and reassemble the video during processing, which progressively degraded quality. SVI Pro operates directly at the atomic level, avoiding roundabout steps and achieving zero information loss. 3. Massive data feeding. No surprises here, more data produces better results. The official training set was greatly expanded, so the AI has seen many more variations, producing more realistic frames. Here is a figure that briefly explains how it works. These are mostly technical terms and quite abstract, just a quick familiarization is enough. The main point, it lets you generate stable quality, unlimited length videos. One important note, for acceleration LoRa you must use LiteX2V. Current acceleration LoRa's include Lightning and LiteX2V. Just make sure you don't pick the wrong one. How to install? First, install the comfyui Windows standalone version. Search Google for comfyui, find the official site, and download the Windows version. If you are using macOS, download the corresponding version. After downloading, follow the installation instructions. Open comfyui and drag the workflow I provided into comfyui. Newer comfyui versions will prompt you to install the required nodes on startup, click Install All and then restart. If that doesn't work, click the logo in the upper left, choose Manage Extensions, go to In Workflow, select KJ Nodes, pick the nightly version, then click Install and restart comfyui. Do not choose Missing, because the missing node feature in this comfyui version is a bit buggy and often cannot locate missing nodes. One note, the KJ Nodes version in the comfyui Windows standalone release is not the latest yet, so you may not find the WAN image to video SVI Pro node. This may be due to the holiday schedule. A newer release should arrive in a few days. As a temporary workaround, use git clone to download the latest nodes. First, remove KJ Nodes from Manage Extensions in Workflow. Then open the console in the lower left to launch the terminal. Enter git clone followed by the KJ Nodes repository link. If you don't have Git installed, you can simply download the repository zip from GitHub, extract it, and place the extracted folder into comfyui's custom nodes folder. Remember to remove any master suffix from the folder name, then restart comfyui. In theory, because you previously installed the older KJ nodes, no additional steps should be required. Otherwise, you may need to run a command in the terminal to install libraries. If all goes well, the workflow should load and run normally. You will also need to install Sage Attention. If this is your first time installing it, refer to the detailed tutorial I posted on Patreon. If you encounter any problems during installation, please ask in the YouTube or Patreon comments, and I will do my best to help. How to run in low VRAM. After installation, download the necessary models, mainly the WAN 2.2i2v model. For low VRAM operation, choose a quantized version, for example, GGUF. I opened the WAN 2.2 GGUF download page, which offers several quantization options, choose one appropriate for your VRAM. For example, if I have a GPU with 16 GB of VRAM, I choose the Q5 or Q6 model. If your GPU has 12 GB of VRAM or less, choose the Q3 or Q4 model. Please select based on your VRAM size. Note that you need to download both the high noise and low noise models. Don't have too little RAM, 64 GB is recommended, at least 32 GB. Otherwise, you can lower the video's resolution to generate it first, and then upscale to high resolution later. Next is the Lite-X2V acceleration LoRa, download that too. And most importantly, the SVI V2 Pro LoRa model, download it as well. All these links are posted on my Patreon. How to use. First, the main purpose of SVI is to extend video length. Start with the settings module, set WAN 2.2 model, Lite-X2V LoRa, and SVI V2 Pro LoRa. CFG 0* is used to improve image quality. Place it in the high noise model because the high noise model controls the overall architecture of video generation. You can also try putting it in the low noise model, experiment to see what works best. The configuration I show gives better character results. Add sage attention because the low noise model handles fine details. Adding sage attention improves quality. Set clip, VAE, and clip vision H according to the configuration. Set the initial frame image and specify the video height and width. Set the length for each video segment, and the FPS for each generated segment. Next, the prompts module, write your prompts for the first and second video segments. Negative prompts can be left as the official defaults. Now look at the first video module. WAN Video Nag is a quality improvement patch that optimizes negative prompt effects, making the output cleaner and more professional. Model sampling SD3 determines how much noise to remove at each sampling step. Simply put, it improves video quality. Set it to 8 to help the model focus earlier, since here we only use 6 sampling steps, letting it concentrate faster for better results. WAN Image to Video SVI Pro is the key node. Set the video length here. Motion latent count indicates how many keyframes are used for sampling. I set it to 1. The number of images you provide must be greater than this value to avoid errors. The rest follows the standard WAN 2.2 image to video generation workflow. Now for the second video module. Again, pay attention to the WAN Image to Video SVI Pro node. I set motion latent count to 1 here, meaning it uses the last frame of the previous video as the keyframe. Finally, there is a node to stitch 2 videos, image batch extend with overlap. Overlap defines how many frames overlap between the first and second videos. I set it to 5. Let's run a test. I chose a low resolution, 640 and 360, for quick generation. The test image is a purple scene picture with a white-haired knight. Prompts. The character walks toward the distance. The character sits down. Check the result, it's pretty good. The character walks as prompted and finally sits down. Here is a failed example. If Lite-X2V LoRa is selected incorrectly, you can get strange repeated motion. I accidentally picked a T2V LoRa at first. Apparently I had stars in my eyes. How to generate an infinite length video. The logic is surprisingly simple. It's infinite nesting. But how you nest is the key. You might think you need to manually copy dozens of nodes and wire them into a spiderweb. That's inefficient. Today I'll show a neater method. I use the for loop nodes from the comfyui easy use plugin. Yes, these two. For loop start and for loop end. Although classified under easy use, they can be unintuitive at first. Don't worry. Watch my demo and you'll see how great they are. The logic is to connect the initial inputs to the corresponding values here, and the initial inputs will be output from the matching value. For example, initial value 1 corresponds to value 1. Initial value 2 corresponds to value 2. I connect value 1 to the output latent, which becomes the prev sample's input for the next loop. Value 2 is the output video frames, used as the input for concatenating the next loop's video. Index is the loop counter, it indicates which iteration is running. This number is important because it tells us which prompt to read, so connect it accordingly. Total sets how many times the loop executes. For example, if there are 3 prompts here, write 3. There is a prompt line node where you can write all prompts except the first frame prompt, 1 scene per line. Prompt line's max rows controls how many rows are read per iteration. Set it to 1 to read 1 line each time. Then connect the for loop end node. Flow and initial values should be connected the same way. The final output is the continuously concatenated value to video. Spend time understanding the logic. This makes generating unlimited length videos very easy. Amazing, right? Please give a like. Now, an example. I used an image of a girl on a castle balcony. Prompts. The girl turns to face the camera. The girl smiles and waves at the camera. The girl walks to the left, entering a room of the castle. The girl walks inside the castle room. Check the result. The character's actions follow the prompts exactly. She turns, smiles, and waves. Then walks left, opens the door, and walks into the room. The room ended up being on the balcony. Apparently this girl really loves houses with unbeatable mountain views. The only shortcoming is the character's appearance looks a bit off. Not how I imagined. If you want to specify a character, it's best not to use a back or side shot for the first image. That gives the AI too much freedom to imagine. How to upscale video to 4K. We can use Flash VSR, currently the best free local PC upscaler. Refer to my workflow. It can turn 480p video into 4K at an acceptable speed. See my Patreon tutorial for installation and usage details. That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. I'll share all resources on my Patreon. Register a Patreon account. It's free. I'm SmartVision. See you next time.